Christopher Dylan Williams, and this is Cities on the Clock. Sydney could not be here today, but my good friend Eric, you know Eric, he's on the phone right now. Eric?
Yes, thank you for having me. It's always great to be on the show.
That's good, man. So let's get started. So with the Bronny James situation, Bronny James has declared for the NBA draft. Now, mind you, he had the cardiac arrest. He is 19 years old, and is he making a big mistake, bro?
Honestly, when I first saw the news and I saw that he also wanted to keep his eligibility and also hit the transfer portal with it, I was like, okay, maybe he's weighing out his options. But overall, I truly believe that if it was me, I'd say you do one more year. I think you still got a lot of development to go through, and I just don't think I would have pulled this card out just as fast. I know, of course, LeBron James is adamant about he wants to play with his son, but yeah. I just don't think. I think he's rushing it too fast.
And he also has to do really what's best for him, because in life, we make decisions, we make choices, but our choices can have consequences. Look at Shareef O'Neal, highly touted player who went to UCLA, right?
Right.
But after that, he grew up he was born with a heart condition, and his heart kind of just fell off. And during that situation, he transferred to LSU. But after that, he went to the G League, and he made the wrong decision, in my opinion, as well. But with Bronny James, he has to know, hey, am I making the right decision? Yes, I want to play with my dad, but I am not near 90%, 100%. So what can he do going into the league? Does he have to go to the G League? Does he have to go to where do he has to go, bro? Where's next for him?
Honestly, if anything, I think the worst thing that can happen right now is that he goes straight to the NBA. I don't think that'd be good. I think, if anything, if you cannot stay in college, at least go to the G League and get developed.
Yeah, I do think so as well, man. Because
I just think it'd be. I just think he's rushing this move. I just don't think he should have made that choice.
I don't think so either, man, because at the same time, you had the cardiac arrest situation, which thank God he was alive. But
absolutely.
But in that situation, man, you got to really think, okay, this is my life. I'm Bronny James. I'm not going by LBJ, JR, LeBron Jr. I have to make my own legacy. I have to submit this for myself. I have to do what is best for me at this time, at this moment of my young life. No matter how many years I have, or no matter how many years God gives me, I got to make the right choice and decision.
Right.
So what team do you think will be best fit for Bronny? I'm thinking the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are a young team. They have Shareef Cooper, and they're not able to – Anthony Simons they have, and they're able to hone his talents and hold his skills as well. Or maybe OKC. Which place?
I was just about to say, I think OKC is a good fit for him. I mean, fairly young team, but I feel like they're still trying to find who's their facilitator going to be, who's going to be their playmaker, and create potentially good shots for his other teammates. I feel like that's Bronny's strong suit, because I think a lot of people are mistaking him for being a scorer, and he's not that. He's a facilitator.
But I also think that he can be he can come off the bench, maybe with OKC. They have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they also have Chet Holmgren, who was at Gonzaga as well, and they can actually hone his skills and put it together.
I believe the same thing. I don't think Bronny is a starter. He's not. I'm just going to throw that out there. He's not a starter, but for sure, I feel like he can be definitely a good role player.
I mean, but that's yet to be determined, man. Once he played with his dad, it can put in fruition. It can help him.
It can, but you just have to feel like even then. I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like I definitely understand LeBron wanting to play with his son. I think it's a great story. I think it'd be amazing to see. But you just have to wonder, this should be Bronny's path. I feel like, not trying to say this, but I feel like LeBron would be more of a distraction. I feel like it wouldn't be so much about him. I think it would just be the fact that LeBron is playing with them.
Yeah. Well, Eric, that's a good take, man. We'll be right back with more Sydney's on the Clock.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Right now, during the season of inspiration at Team Mazda, get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new Mazda CX-5, or get 0.9% financing on the all-new 24 Mazda CX-90. Save thousands on over 150 new Mazdas now on sale at Team Mazda.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
We are back with more Sydney's on the Clock. Eric, so you know that Caitlyn Clark lost the national championship to South Carolina, 87-75, but last year she lost to LSU, 102-82. So during that time, Eric, is she the GOAT?
I'm not going to say that she's the GOAT, but what I will say is that, I mean, just because you did not win a championship doesn't mean that, that your success should be diminished. Absolutely not. I mean, don't get me wrong, we understand that the championships, we do speak a lot, but that just can't be your only determining factor.
And then I also believe that it's the body of work, the people that you have impacted for that as well, man. And because I don't believe that when you have a ring, I feel like it's an additive. It's bragging rights. It's to show you, hey, I did this, but it doesn't diminish the athleticism of that athlete or what they've done on and off the field.
Absolutely not. I mean, I feel like Caitlyn Clark, she's a generational talent. I mean, there's not many people that's going to be like her, and I feel like she definitely influenced the game. I think she's one of the greatest players that we'll ever see come through, not just women's college basketball, but basketball, period.
And I also
I just feel like, she really set the standard, and I feel like she really going to inspire a lot of women.
And I also say this as well. I'll give you examples of generational talent players. Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury was at Georgia Tech, and he also was drafted by the Timberwolves, played at the Nets, so whatever with that. But what I'm talking about is he impacted the game in China, right, with the Shanghai Sharks. 3 years running. Look at Dan Marino. Dan Marino never won a championship, broke many records. So it's about the impact that you have on the game. It's not about the records. It's about how are you going to be remembered in 10 years? Is it going to be the championships? Is it going to be, hey, it's the accolades that you have broken for that?
Right. And you're right. I mean, now, the only one they decide that will be her talent, absolutely, she's phenomenal, sensational, like, definitely You love watching her play. The only thing that you can say, but also, a lot of people, I know it's very important. Transfers are very important. I get that. But I also feel like it's hard to diminish her because if you feel like that's the only player on your team, really,
Yeah, I'll say that too, man, because basically she had Hannah Stokey, Martin, but she really had role players. She didn't really have players that really can impact the game and do damage like Watkins, like Cardosa, like Raven did.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. I feel like, championships are a team sport. It takes a team to win a championship. There's no player I can honestly say they did that by themselves. It takes a teammate.
But I'll also say this, man, the way that she's going to be remembered is putting butts in the seats during the Elite Eight. 12.3 million. Last year, during the Final Four, it was 10.3 million. So she has made contributions that are bigger than basketball, that are bigger than what we ever seen in women's sports or any sports be that.
Influence, the influence there, like, honestly, when you think about women's college basketball, it needed this resurgence. Absolutely, it needed it, and I feel like she provided that.
And then
also, even if you want to throw it back, all of these women, Allie, Juju Watkins, Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese, Flavia Johnson, all these girls help women's college basketball actually regain its importance.
And then also it's going to bring revenue for the future of the WNBA and also revenue for the future of women's sports and men's sports as well.
Yeah. I just feel that, Caitlyn Clark, I feel like wherever she goes, she's gonna be a huge part. She's definitely box office. And you can't take that away from her. Probably that's the greatest shoot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's a reason why she was coined the term, basically the white Steph Curry, because she's just that gifted in shooting.
She is gifted, man. Well, we'll be right back with more Seniors on the Clock detailing about the Angel Reese mental health situation.
Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Few things in life are as valuable as family and peace of mind, especially when it comes to your final arrangements. And that's where Lee Serio can help. His prepaid funeral plans make sure your life will be remembered exactly the way you want it to. With Lee Serio, no detail is too large or too small. Call Lee or his wife Gretchen at 225-315-6329. Let Lee Serio give you and your family the peace of mind you all deserve.
Visit Treads & Care Tire Company's new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for over 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair and top-notch customer service.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
Now's the best time to experience Mazda during the Season of Inspiration at Team Mazda. For a limited time, make no payments for 90 days on your new Mazda. That's right, shop now, choose your new Mazda, and make no payments for 90 days at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
We are back with Sydney's on the Clock. We are with Eric White. He is the proprietor of Off the Record Sports Show. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Definitely, it's been a great opportunity.
Okay, so mind you, we're talking about Angel Reese and her mental health. So, as you know, during that time, Angel Reese, she talked about after the Elite 8 game loss, she discussed about being sexualized. She discussed about her mental health being broken down, not being happy, bro. And I realized, man, hey, that being a black man, being just black in any entertainment, we have to, work harder than anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not trying. That's a true statement.
But also, man, it's just like with mental health, man, it's so important because, in the black community, we don't really talk about our feelings. We bottle them in. Man, we just have to, what do we have to do with that?
I mean, with that situation, I just feel like, unfortunately, we have to get comfortable with talking about feelings, even though it's not the easiest, because, I feel like, a lot of people do judge.
Yeah.
It's just that we have to still talk about it because at the end of the day, if you just tell somebody's going to want to help you. And I think that's a misconception. I feel like the more we bottle them in, the more pain that's causing on us if we can't function right. And as it relates to Angel Reese, I'm not surprised on what I've seen after the Iowa game when she broke down.
Yeah.
Because, I always say they were pretty overcritical of her because I feel like the misconception is that she's cocky, but I feel like really she just had confidence in her game.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like as any athlete, you have to have confidence in your game.
Oh, yeah, man. And just doing example of that, during the 2023 National Championship versus Iowa, she kind of copied the "you can't see me" gesture with Caitlyn Clark. And she really got backlash for that because you're like, when Caitlyn Clark did it, nobody said nothing. But when Angel did it, they said something.
Correct.
And with mental health, man, you really got to really pray and ask God, man, to fix it. Because we can't do things on our own. We can try to do that, but at the same time, it's not going to work, man. But when we have God in our lives, he's going to lead us to where we need to be.
The first thing I point to is, and by the way, you're absolutely spot on. You got to keep God first if you get to those tough times in life. But I also have to point to on what Faji said. You're not wearing those shoes that Angel Reese is wearing. She's the leader of that team.
No.
Her teammates, they look up to her, so she has to be strong. She has to lead. She has to, unfortunately, have to take those hits. But notice how all those teammates, they spoke up for her when she was at her lowest point. And I think that goes to show the effect that she has on that team. So, honestly, that's why I agree with her. I say, you can say what you want, but I know how much she's helped me. So, her work is not off or not, but it's, that's one of the tough things about media, depending on how they frame you. She feel that, she's been framed as one of like the evil people of basketball when she's really not. She's just a normal athlete just like anybody else. She's just competitive, and I feel like when you have a competitive spirit, that can be read the wrong way.
And then also, just like what you said, Eric, just being in the spotlight so young with the NIL deals, with the popularity of her stardom from the national championship, she was able to build off of that. But when you're doing something, I'm going to say this, when you're doing something the right way, people are going to judge, people are going to hate, people are going to give racist remarks.
You're 100% right. I feel like, and that's where the issue comes in, and it's like, you have people like Angel Reese that's going to speak up, but like you said, Caitlyn Clark, she's vocal. There are other women athletes or any athletes, they're vocal. But because she's a black person, and a black woman at that,
and famous as well,
they feel like she should humble down, and I don't feel like that's right.
But we always want to race bait with it. Like, no matter what color you are, you should always be respected by other people, no matter what race, no matter what gender it is. It's all about respect. It's all about just how you treat people and how you want to be remembered after you treat those people the right way.
Yeah. And there's anybody. I mean, like all of these athletes that work hard, all these people work hard, and at the end of the day, they put in the hours, they put in the work for it. They earn the right to talk on themselves to a high level because that's what they work hard for.
And they have the bragging rights as well.
Yeah, they do.
Well, we'll be right back with more Sydney's on the Clock discussing Zach Edey versus UConn national championship game.
Few things in life are as valuable as family and peace of mind, especially when it comes to your final arrangements. And that's where Licerio can help. His prepaid funeral plans make sure your life will be remembered exactly the way you want it to. With Licerio, no detail is too large or too small. Call Lee or his wife Gretchen at 225-315-6329. Let Licerio give you and your family the peace of mind you all deserve.
Celebrate this holiday season with the gift of a new Honda during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. And now you can make no payments for 90 days on our biggest selection of Hondas this year, making this the happiest time of the year. Come save now at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
We are back with more Sydney's on the Clock. Eric, after watching the national championship, Zach Edey versus UConn, they won back-to-back. So with this, man, Edey did everything that he could, man. He had 40 points, he had 37 points. But all of that wasn't enough. It was 75-60, bro. So it was like, I feel like as though March Madness, you can do everything in your power. You can pass the ball. You can facilitate the ball. Put as many points, break records, whatever. But if it's not enough, it's not enough.
It's not.
And then I also believe that, man, hey, Zach Edey is a hell of a player. But during that, he needs the Tristan Thompsons. He needs the Klingons. He needs the players that are going to be the best addition for his play.
Well, I think it just goes back to what we discussed earlier. Just summing up the Caitlyn part. I mean, you can be a phenomenal player, but like I said, championships, it takes a team to win. And honestly, I had UConn picked to win the championship, which was bold because UConn's the first repeat champion we had, I believe, in like 17 years. So honestly, it was risky when I picked them, but I knew UConn had a team. The way how they play defense and able to capitalize off of their opponent's turnovers and points, they do a great job of that. And what they did was they knew that Edey was a great player.
Yeah.
But in a way, they figured if they couldn't take Zach Edey out, we're just gonna have to play our part against everybody else on that floor.
That's why I'm also thinking as well, man. Like with the Caitlyn Clark, she has Hannah Sulky, she has Hannah, right? She has all these players around her, but they're role players. They're off the bench players. They're not really like the Watkins. They're not the Juju. They're not Juju. They're not Paige Buckers. They're not people that are going to actually make an impact or be a game changer as well.
No, they're not. And I think that was ultimately like Purdue's week. Don't get me wrong. As far as this season goes, Purdue was a great team. I just knew that it was going to be tough for anybody to beat UConn just because they have a good balance of offense and defense.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm gonna have to disagree with you with that, bro. Because I mean, bro, they built the offense around Zach Edey.
Mm-hmm.
They really used the role players to be additives to his play.
Mm-hmm.
So with Zach Edey, he was able to produce, but with his role players, they weren't able to knock down shots. They weren't able to have the opportunities to win.
Okay. So if we're being so the way I actually feel about Purdue basketball this season, when I say like did they have like superstar on my team? God no. But I feel like for what they had this season, they were to fill in the gaps. I mean, we clearly know that Zach Edey was forefront player. Clearly, if Zach Edey had a bad game, we knew Purdue was not going to win. That was obvious. But I feel like still Zach Edey had some support, but just it wasn't enough to beat a team like UConn, like you said.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of support, man.
Have enough.
Wasn't a lot of support. This is Chris Williams. God bless y'all. This is Sydney's on the Clock.